This video is brought to you by AsRock and Z490. I've got some big news. AsRock and Intel have teamed up at Newegg. Check out the link below. You can get a motherboard, a CPU bundle with a discount. Yeah, who doesn't like saving money? You can combine the AsRock motherboard. There's several different ones to choose from. My personal pick would be the Tai Chi Z490. It's got some surprising features. It won't break the bank, even at the suggested retail price, but you can combine the CPU and the motherboard and get a really good discount. It's got Epyc audio, which is like having an add-in audio solution. It's actually a good audio solution. It's Dr. Moss, so if you want to do overclocking, you're going to get the i7 or the i9, the 10-core i9. You can overclock with this motherboard. I did it. I tested it. It works great. It's an awesome motherboard for Z490. It's PCIe Gen 4 ready. Everything that you need for the new Socket 1200 and the new Intel CPUs. So if you want the fastest single-thread performance that you can possibly get right now, well, everything from the 10600K all the way up. But you definitely want to overclock if you're going to get the 10600K or the 10900K or even the i7 in the 10th generation, and the AsRock Z490 is going to take you there. So check out the link below. Check out the special at Newegg. You can order directly from Newegg and get that bundle discount. It's really awesome. Thanks to AsRock for sponsoring this video. In fourth grade, when I was programming with Pascal, I built a robot imbued with Asimov's 3 laws of robotics, which was the right direction. And my fourth grade teacher told my mom, we're really going to have him checked out. And I've been a nerd, ever since. I was a visual effects programmer. I was an entrepreneur. I just love the way that this computer turned out. It's just the coolest computer on the planet. Now, the first reaction that I had to the Epyc V1000 in the 3D printed cube was really one of amazement, because if you'd asked me in advance how small you can make a supercomputer, I never would have come close to what I saw. 3.5 teraflops. Now that is 3.5 trillion operations per second. It is staggering by any measure, and 30 years ago it was unheard of in anything smaller than 1,000 washing machines.
Now, all the kind of functional aesthetics here are taken care of, but there's a whole other level of aesthetics that come with the 3D printed case that just lift it, like it literally lifts it so you can get the wires in.
Most computer companies would have said this is an impossible task. They would have walked away from it. I mean, to take a computer 4 times its size and pack it down into an 8-inch cube without even so much as a fan to make noise seems impossible. Because it is, that's insane. Only a vain company would do that. But we got it down to about 9 inches and a fan. I mean, to not only invent a new x86 microarchitecture, but to pack it down into a die size that's smaller and has better power characteristics than the competition also seems impossible. But AMD did it, and that's with the AMD Epyc V1000. It's got all of the I/O you'll ever need. It's got USB, DisplayPort. It has all of the I/O you'll ever need.
Now, having a computer this big and being able to sustain 1, 2, 3, 4 teraflops with Ryzen plus Vega, or Zen plus Vega, I should say, because this is an Epyc V1000, we are looking at 2 million times the volume efficiency of a Cray supercomputer of the 1980s. The Epyc V1000 G6 Cube starts out with 4,000 megabytes of memory, expandable to 32 gigabytes of RAM. It's got a SATA port, but you can also run PCIe storage or an NVMe PCIe peripheral through the NVMe port. It is configurable all the way up to 15-20 terabytes of flash storage.
The V1000 Cube was designed to be on your desktop. It was crucial that we removed any audible or visual clutter. So we ended up removing the fan, making it air-cooled, virtually silent.
Now, instead of sitting down at a computer that's just kind of humming and you can feel technology in the room, you're sitting down in silence where you can sit and have an idea. Well, we did add the fan back though, because, well, that was a bad idea to remove the fan the first time around. That did not turn out well. But it is still virtually silent though. Don't tell Johnny.
The DVD has a nice element of surprise in that it rises from the top of the cube, just like magic. It's like it shouldn't even be there at all. I mean, it is 2020.
In this form factor, you've got easy access to the RAM, the NVMe, the M.2 wireless, the USB ports. You don't have to say, okay, I'm going to upgrade the RAM. What expert am I going to have to call in to upgrade the RAM? You can just do it. It's totally not like Apple these days where everything is soldered together. This system is totally upgradable. Upgradable, not upgradable, it's a decision an 8-year-old could make in about 15 seconds. You flip it over and it looks like a nuclear reactor core, said an 8-year-old. I mean, I think it looks like a computer. It doesn't. The hexagonal pattern kind of vaguely remind me of the WAN Show logo from Linus Tech Tips. That was not intentional. And there you have it. From the Mighty Morphin Power Max to the G4 Cube to this. This is a mini STX system. It's got the Sapphire Epyc V1000 embedded system in there. And a big thanks goes to our forum, the Level 1 forum. Yeah, they helped me put it together. W. Mary on the forum modeled this, and also Court Byron and some of the other people that were on the forum sort of jumping in there and doing some designs. You can download this design right from Thingiverse. It's totally okay. This is the with CD-ROM faceplate. There's also without CD-ROM. It's got 16 gigabytes of memory. It's got Optane. There's even room for 2.5-inch drives. So you've got the M.2 to U.2 breakout cables. You can use 2.5-inch U.2 drives right in the front here, or a mechanical SATA drive or something like that. We get the lift skirt to hide the wires, but also give you some options. And I've got a Wi-Fi card in one of the M.2 slots. So yeah, you can DIY a computer and have a little bit of fun with it. And this is plenty fast enough for us to use in the Level 1 studios, run the TVs behind me, whatever we want to do. It's a really fun and exciting project. With Apple announcing their move to ARM, I thought this would be a fun time to share this video. This has been in the works for a while, but it takes a little while for everything to come together. And special thanks to Bearded Hardware and, Gamers Nexus Steve and, Gardner, the Linux gamer, for having a bit of fun with me as we sort of put together the riff on the G4 Cube. But yeah, a computer without a fan. I mean, the fanless computers are really cool, but they're going to need way bigger heat sinks than the G4 Cube had. Way bigger heat sinks than this thing had, even if I make the whole thing a heat sink. Now, if you're an Apple developer, you can get a Mac Mini that has the A12Z processor in it, like for an iPad. It's an iPad processor, basically, but overclocked a little bit to give you an idea of what sort of the low-end desktop experience is going to be. So, you can, as a developer, you get these right now, but I don't know what the change is gonna mean for Apple, but it was a lot of fun doing this, doing the riff on the G4 Cube video. I'm Wendell, this is Level 1. Here's hoping that the Apple ARM future is great, though I have my doubts. Not because ARM, but because Apple. I'm Wendell, this is Level 1. I'm signing out. I'm gonna catch you later.